Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight for Eyewitness News at 11. I'm Jamie Ajoulay. On Monday, September 12th, just before 8 p.m., David Litz, a 61-year-old Marine Corps veteran, called Oneida County 911. He was agitated and clearly in distress. That was the beginning of an incident that would later result in his death. Mr. Litz was shot several times by two Utica police officers as he approached police armed with a kitchen butcher knife. Per New York state law, an officer-involved shooting is investigated by the state attorney general's office. Today, the Utica Police Department released to the public a video that includes the 911 call audio by Mr. Litz, as well as police body camera footage from several officers on scene that night. It tells the story of a man in trouble, a man who wanted to end his life. Before we go any further, we must tell you that the story and its images are disturbing, and we urge you to use your own discretion in watching. What we are going to show you is what happened that night. We take the story from the composite put together by the police department. We have also received the unedited body camera footage from the officers involved and are reviewing that material to see if there are any changes to the story we're about to tell you. That process is going on now. It started with this call.
911, address of emergency.
Yes, I am suicidal.
Litz explains he's been through a bad time and wants to kill himself.
I don't want to live no more.
Litz tells the operator that he suffered 3 years of long COVID and that his wife just left him. He tells the operator that he had just taken 100 pills.
David,
Okay.
can you please walk outside with your hands up and talk to the officer that's there?
No, I won't. I'm going to kill somebody.
Mr. Litz is rather aggravated at this point, and around this time, Utica police begin to arrive at the scene. Litz is telling the 911 operator that he has an assault weapon. Up to this point, he has also told them that he had a .22 handgun and shotgun. Litz begins to threaten the police and tells them directly that he's going to kill someone.
You want to get me? Get me, okay? But I'm going to kill somebody on the way out.
David.
I am not going to cooperate. I want them to kill me. I want to die. I want to die.
The incident took place one door southeast of the intersection of Nielsen and James Streets. Police had, by this time, blocked off that intersection and had police stationed on the south side of Nielsen toward the Parkway. Among the officers who are at the scene is Sergeant Jessica Dodge, a trained crisis intervention officer. You will hear her try and interact with Mr. Litz.
You will die! You will die!
David,
I'm going to kill him, my friend.
can you put the knife down so we can talk?
No. You see, you talk with a knife, right?
I don't want anything to have to do tonight.
We are unable to discern how long the back and forth between police and Litz goes on. It was difficult for us to calculate because we have yet to set the length of real time that evening. But we do have the sequence of events. Litz continued to make threats against the police while being urged by officers and Sergeant Dodge to drop his weapon. Litz remained uncooperative and threatening to kill someone. He walked back toward his house and then, with the knife in his right hand, raised to shoulder level, went back out front, turned south, headed toward police. What you are about to see is the end of the interaction between Litz and the Utica Police Department. Again, viewer discretion is advised.
David, stay out here and talk to me, please. David,
Come out! I dare you. Hey, put this on.
David, David, put the knife down, David.
Put the knife down.
The knife down!
Put the knife down.
Knife down!
Put the knife down. Put the knife down. Put the knife down. Put the knife down.
David Litz did not put the knife down. He continued to move toward police with the knife, and 5 shots were fired. Police ran to the man down, secured the weapon and the person, and began emergency medical assistance, and the investigation began. Mr. Litz died from his wounds. The investigation by the New York State Attorney General's office and the Utica Police continues. Eyewitness News is reviewing all of the raw video, and if anything we see changes the narrative of the story, we will bring you that update. We are also working on coverage of mental health options for veterans, and anyone dealing with suicidal thoughts. The National Mental Health and Suicide Prevention Lifeline can be reached by calling or texting 988. This video comes the same day that mental health experts spoke about the importance of simple person-to-person connections that could save a life at today's Suicide Prevention Conference. Amel Talishi has the story.